Okay, so urban air is like a part of my culture. Sometimes we would just go to parties, just to have fun. Sometimes we just go there for no reason. We just go there for have fun. But urban air is like it has something in it. It has like a dark side, and yeah, I've been through the dark side of urban air, through people, through just the actual like things. And let me just tell you, I've got injured at urban air more times than I've probably ever got injured in my house, like my own house. The amount of scars and scrapes I got at the place, it's just like it's a large amount. I mean, like some of the urban air things are like pretty safe, but like the trampoline place and the ball pit, the parkour place, you can like scrape some stuff. You can scrape your knee and stuff. But the most annoying part about urban air is not that place. It's not like the scrapes and bruise. It's actually the employees there. The employees are they just don't know what they're doing. They do not care about anything going on. They do not care about anything that's happening at urban air or anything. One example of this is that one time at urban air, we were doing a birthday party, and after like 30 minutes of watching people go on the zip line and having pretty fun, like it was having fun, I kind of wanted to go on the zip line too. And so I'm gonna go on the zip line, and me and my brother go up to where the zip line place is. And the employee at the zip line place, like, was a teenager, and teenagers don't even care about anything. So we are on the zip line place, and there's like some people up there. We're like the only ones like not getting strapped in. But it was my first time going, and I'm not experienced with harnesses or anything, or that much of things. I've never been on zip lines where you actually need a harness, because the zip lines I went on, like you're only like 1 inch above the ground, so so we are there, and we just don't know what to do. We're like just standing there, and so I'm like, hey, I don't know what to do. So the employee, just being just a really dumb person, just does nothing. He just doesn't do anything. And finally, after like 5 minutes of us just standing there, a girl getting strapped in had to say to us, pick a harness. She basically just helped us while the employee was doing nothing. And if a non-employee has to help someone just because the actual employee is not doing anything, that basically means that the employee will get fired and is also really bad at their job and does not give a crap about what he's doing. So we're just like, we get the harness. The harness looks like some kind of tangled kind of rope. For some reason, like it looked tangled type of some kind of metal rope. I didn't know how to really get into the harness because it just looked like tangled rope. And like I'm like just staring at the harness, like thinking how I could put this on. And like the girl that helped us out just is already like on the zip line, but the employee just walks over and she's like, let me help you. All he does is just pick up the harness and just like shake it a little bit and like stretch it out and gives it back to me. It still looks so tangled and stuff. And by the time he walked back to his original place, we were gone. We were dead gone. We did not want that guy. So that was like the worst employee I had to deal with. Like he was so bad. I bet he got fired on the spot. I bet he got fired like the day after that. Cause I wanted to complain. I'm no Karen, but I wanted to complain. But yeah, he was the worst employee ever. There was also this other employee who just didn't care. So there's this one time at Urban Air, we were chilling, and Urban Air is a wonderful place, and you know, sometimes it's a wonderful place. Sometimes you get wrecked by some kid, but it was just going good. We're at the party. We're at like some party, and there's Urban Air has these bumper cars, and bumper cars. I've personally never been in a bumper car, but it looks fun. But in the bumper cars, there was this little 4-year-old girl, and like I know that like the employee just put her on just because, yeah. But this like 4-year-old girl is just alone on this bumper car, and I think she was alone. I don't recall, but she was just alone on this bumper car for some reason. All of a sudden, when she gets hit, she flings out of the bumper car and onto the actual like part, surrounded in bumper cars. So the employee had to hop over like the fence thing, like this gate, and pick her up and just book it out. I don't know who thought a little 4-year-old alone on bumper cars was a good idea. I don't know who thought, but that's just another part of Urban Air being just, I don't care if people get hurt. I was like kind of shocked, but like I don't know, it was not my child, so me and my friends just looked at each other like, eee, would not want to be her right now, and then just booked it out of there. A really good part about Urban Air is that there's like this hourly thing where there's just like, in the dodgeball pit, I would in the trampoline, and I noticed that like it's like an hour ahead or something like that, or something. And so I go to the dodgeball pit. And the dodgeball pit, I don't usually like dodgeball because the idea of like a 16-year-old hitting your head with some kind of ball, it just doesn't sound right. But it doesn't sound that amusing. But I don't really like dodgeball, but I do go in the dodgeball pit for one thing. Sometimes there's this hourly thing where they would just use a projector, and you would just play games in the dodgeball pit. Now the dodgeball pit is usually like pretty bright. They have like tons of lights in there. But when I see it go dark, I immediately book it to there, because when it goes dark, they put on the projector, and when it projects like these little spaceships, like these alien spaceships. And so what you do is you get a dodgeball and you have to throw it at the spaceships, and you have to knock them down. And it was really fun. And so when you throw the dodgeball at the spaceship, it like breaks. And I think the most amount of spaceships broken like wins. Like the person with the most amount of spaceships broken just wins. And it sounded really fun, and that's why I usually went there for like hourly. I just book it over the place and have fun. There's also like this color game where you would throw a ball at the wall, and it would like splat some color. Now let's say you were yellow. If you had yellow covered like most of the wall, you would win. It was really fun, and sometimes there's gonna be like 1v1s too. Like each team gets a color, but sometimes it'll be solos. But yeah, it was really fun. And that was like a really good time at Urban Air. There's some goat karts, but I was not fascinated by goat karts at the time. But like I have yet to try out go karts. I mean, I have like my grandparents have a go-kart in their like farm and stuff, but something about getting a go-kart at like some amusement park or some like Urban Air seems pretty cool. So the Urbaners, I mean, there was a VR place. That looked kind of fun. The VR headset place was a. I mean, I don't really recall anything fun in VR in the VR thing. I guess you would just shoot down aliens. But yeah, nothing really bad really happens at Urban Air. Like basically to me, it's always someone else. I mean, one time I did see like this little kid just jump into the ball pit. Like there's like this type of, I don't know, there's like a parkour place, but the parkour, like when you fall into a ball pit. So this kid doesn't even do the parkour. He just jumps into the ball pit. And the employees, like, they have like whistles for some reason, and they just pick him right up. Like, you're just having fun, dude. Okay, so that's gonna be it for the video. I don't want it to be too long, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you liked, subscribe, join my Discord server, and yeah, see you in the next story time.